This tutorial is for section V20, Identify Equivalent Linear Expressions, Word Problems. This is the tutorial for 8th grade, but 7th grade, this should help you with section R19. These are, since they're word problems, I only have 3 examples for you. I don't think they're super tough, so this should be enough to give you a good preview of what you're going to see for your homework. So, number 1, for a class project, Rudy made a square-shaped model of the park near his house. Each side of his model is X inches long. Pick all the expressions that represent the perimeter of Rudy's model. So, if it's a square-shaped model, remember the part of the characteristics of a square are that all sides are the same length, right? So, it says each side of his model is X inches long. So, I can write it like this, right? So each side is the same length. The length is described as X. So we have 2 different ways to do the perimeter here. We could say X plus X plus X plus X, right? Because for perimeter, you add the length of the sides. So adding 4 X's would give you the correct one. Now this looks like it would be the incorrect one because it's a multiplication problem, right? So typically we think a perimeter as adding, an area as multiplying length times width. But with a square, all the sides are the same length. So adding 4 x's is just the same as saying 4 times x. So here we have 2 correct answers. Number 2, admission to the Chesterfield County Fair is $10. Once you are inside, it costs X dollars to go on each ride. When Camille went to the fair last weekend, she went on 4 rides. Pick all the expressions that represent how much Camille spent at the fair. So, just to get in, it costs $10. So, if we're thinking about this in terms of money spent, you have to pay $10. I'm going to show you the 2 correct answers, but each of these, you have to pay $10 just to get in. And then depending on how many rides you ride, it's X dollars to go on each ride. So it says she went on 4 rides. So you could write it as 10 plus 4x, because $10 to get in plus 4 times however much it costs to go on a ride. So this is one correct answer. Another way to write this, similar to our first problem, is $10 to get in, and then you could add the cost of those 4 rides like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 x's because she went on 4 rides that cost X dollars each. These 2 are incorrect answers because this looks like it costs $4 to get in and she went on 10 rides. So even though we're using the same numbers, having them in the wrong order makes this the wrong answer. And then 40x is absolutely wrong because she didn't go on 40 rides, and it does still cost, hiccups. It does still cost $10 to get in. Our last example here, it says Miss Larson runs the school cafeteria. In October, she had to order 15 cases of chocolate milk twice because the students at her school love it so much. Each case contains C cartons of chocolate milk. Pick all the expressions that represent how many cartons of chocolate milk Miss Larson ordered in October. So, kind of a test-taking strategy or a study tip here is that if you want to highlight or underline the important numbers or phrases here, so she had to order 15 cases of chocolate milk twice, right? Because the students at her school love it so much, each case contains C cartons. So there's 3 important pieces of information here. 15 cases twice, and each one has C cartons of chocolate milk. So this would be a number that we don't know. So our 2 correct answers for this are 30C or 2 times 15C. Now you may think 30C would be an incorrect answer choice at first because you say, well, 15 and C, right? But remember she had to order it twice. So 2 times 15C works, and 2 times 15, you could go ahead and do that problem and get 30C. So these are our 2 correct answer choices. This is incorrect because if we combine like terms, 2C plus 15C would be 17C. That's different than 30C. And then here, if we use the distributive property, 2C plus 15C, you're back to this 17C. So that's also an incorrect answer choice. So read carefully. If you want to highlight or underline or jot down in your notes the important parts that include your numbers or your number phrases, it'll definitely help you on these word problems. And that's it.